A lot of New Mexicans are having a tough time paying their bills these days. But how would you like to find out that you have not only been paying your bills, but also footing your neighbors as well, and you've been doing it for years? How could this happen? News 13's Kim Holland has the answer in tonight's 13 on Special Assignment.
When I asked the water authority, they told me they had absolutely no way of figuring out how much water was being consumed.
Margarita Dowling was trying to save wherever she could. She installed low-flow toilets, zero-escaped outside, and called in a plumber to try to conserve water at her 6-unit apartment complex at 12th and Silver. Her plumber found a few leaks and shut off the water to fix them.
And about 5 minutes later, tenant from the next door building came over and asked me when I was going to turn the water back on.
That's when Margarita Dowling realized her neighbor was hooked into her water line.
I was shocked. I had no idea.
Dowling owns this property on the corner. Another person owns that building next door and pays the water bill. That landlord thought she was paying the water bill for this duplex that sits on the same property. That is until Dowling called her saying this back building was piggybacking off her line.
And boom, all of a sudden, I find out that I've been paying water for somebody for almost 7 years.
She estimates she's paid $3,000 for her neighbor's water during that time.
This meter right here is the one in question.
We asked the Albuquerque-Bernalillo County Water Utility Authority how this could happen. Nobody had the answer, so we went searching through the bureaucratic maze. A half dozen city and county departments, and several hours later, still no answer. The documents for the neighborhood built in the 1940s have been destroyed. But officials suspect the lines were linked decades ago when one person owned both lots. When the land was split up, the buried water lines were not, and the water department can't do anything about it.
Our responsibility by law ends at the property line because that's private property.
She said, "Did you know that your back units are hooked into my water meter?"
But Barbara Klein wants to make things right.
Very polite about it.
She's the other property owner who thought she was paying a water bill for both buildings on her lot.
We had one water meter for the property and assumed that we were paying all the water that was on the property. I'm not the kind of person that says, "Oh, good, I think I can get somebody else to pay my water bill."
It's going to cost Klein $3,000 to $4,000 to separate the water lines, but neither landlord can put a price on the aggravation caused by this whole mess.
Property owners need to be aware. Know who's getting water from you. Know what you're really paying for.
Kim Holland.
How many other people is this happening to?
KRQE News 13.
Those two property owners are now trying to decide who should pay the estimated $3,000 water bill.